Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a team that I actually played in Season 2 of Go Battle League in the Open Ultra League. Before, of course, not with Incinerate, because Incinerate wasn't out there yet. But with Shadow Claw and Typhlosion, but I think the Incinerate is a little bit better right now. But of course, we're not going to play in the Open Ultra League with this team, as this is eligible as well for the normal, for the Ultra League Premier Classic Cup. And this team is based around Snarl Granbull, and I don't actually know why my opponent all swapped into their Obstagoon against my Granbull. That didn't make any sense, but even if I was Charm, it didn't make sense. So good job there, but you see how much it did there. We're already we're 2 shields up, and we have our Togekiss still alive, and we know his team already, and we can just charm everything down here. We can take the move easily. We can take another move if we want to, but at this point we can just farm down. I actually wanted to go for the 2 shield flex, but didn't work out there, but this team worked really well. I went on a 12 Winstreak with this team. I lost the last 2 games though, I went on for 14 games. I played 1 game in another set with a very interesting team as well, which didn't work with Trevenant, Walrein and Everluck I wanted to try out, but didn't work, so I dropped it after 1 game. Wasn't a team that I felt was right. So I started with this team and I went for a 12 win streak with this team. Of course I dropped a little bit, but also not in a very low range. I'm 2,800 or something, or 2,900 again, as I said before. I tanked for 0 and 25 because I just didn't want to play my battles. And after hitting Legend, there's nothing that really keeps you up there. There's no benefit of being on the leaderboards. There's no benefit on being on high elo, sadly. So for me, recent seasons I always climbed at least I always forfeited at least 500 games every season, because otherwise I don't know, it's just a waste of time. Usually sitting in the queue doesn't really make any sense right now. In prior days I was really into getting to rank 1 on the leaderboards and whatever. I'm playing the best I could ever do, but right now after hitting Legend there's literally no reason for that. But yeah, this team is really cool. I really enjoyed the Gallade leads. I don't know why, but they're so common recently. But this team is all of them are good against Gallade. And here also we got out the Walrein, which is really good, which we really wanted here. And we can go for 2 close combats now with our Snarl Granbull. And we still have our Typhlosion on the lead, which is cool. We put him very low, and we are 2 shields up, so we can just farm down, shield once. And we are gonna be very fine. And Typhlosion hits everything hard anyway. When he goes into Gallade, we catch the move with the Togekiss. Gallade has literally no play against this team really. But the cool thing about the Gallade lead is you have a Pokemon that needs 3 fast moves with 5 turns against a Pokemon that needs 4 fast moves for 4 turns for their actual move. So you get to your charge move 1 turn prior to them. So you always get a shield, and then you can just swap into a Granbull, and then they most of the time swap out. If they go for a Leaf Blade, you can let it go. But this team worked out so well for me. I don't know if the order of the games are correct. I don't know if the last 2 games are actually the losses, or if they're in the middle of it. As I said prior already, several times when I put them into my program, they just get randomized, so I don't really know which game gonna appear. Against Crobat as well is where Snarl plus Crunch is really cool, because if they use Crobat as a safe swap and you get the debuff on the first Snarl, on the first Crunch there, you're gonna put him into range for the second Crunch to KO, which is really cool. And you always get a shield then if that happens, but of course it's rare. And here this game I basically lost already. There's nothing really I can do. I swapped out of panicking into my Togekiss, and now I have to hope for the boost, and we get that thing, and look at the damage. It is beautiful. We're gonna just be able to farm all the way down, and in comes the Obstagoon. Let's see how much Night Slash does. Nothing, and look how much I do. Yeah, good game to my opponent. He also surrenders there. This is of course a win con as well. With those teams you have Togekiss, has a boost chance. We have Crobat in the lead. So what I expect here is that he most likely gonna have the Obstagoon in the back, which my team is really good, especially with my Pokemon in the back. And I'm just gonna go for 2 Blast Burns here. I actually only went for 1 Blast Burn and put him into a range where I can charm him down, I guess. Does also make sense. I think he's gonna swap out here soon, but I should be able to get to Ancient Power against this Crobat, which sadly doesn't get the shield because he knows that he survives it anyway. Not a good move, Ancient Power. But we have a Moose Dot already on our Typhlosion, we can go for that. And I expect the Obstagoon in the back still. So I think I'm just gonna no shield here and I'm gonna swap out, because I know after this Incinerate we just went through, he's gonna be in range for one crunch. I can just shield here and my opponent makes a really good play, I think. Yeah, he catches the crunch perfectly. I'm gonna undercharge, gonna get one more extra Snarl in. This one more extra Snarl gonna be able to get to the next crunch in time, which is huge, as he actually has the Obstagoon in the back. And this close combat gonna be able to KO this thing. What a game. The undercharge was so important because he definitely would have got to Poison Fang in time. So that was a very interesting game and fun game. Charizard is, by the way, actually the hardest counter to this team, and I faced it twice in lead with Wing Attack. Like, there's nothing that really hard beats a Charizard on this team, but you can still deal with it most of the time. We're gonna see here him going for a Dragon Claw, which is like the normal play, I guess. And we're just gonna go for one more Incinerate. And he gets the extra quick move through, which is kinda annoying. I just want to get him low enough that I can maybe Snarl him down. But what actually gonna happen here is, I think we're gonna lag, yep. And I can go for the move at the time where I have no idea how much energy he has. And I have like no idea what's happening anyway right now. We store one move, which is good. And in comes the Snorlax, we have Snarl, we can take one Body Slam. And we can go for 2 close combats in time because we generate energy faster than him. We're gonna be able to just barely get to the next Body Slam in time. Close combat, I mean. And at this point we're gonna be so low that it's not gonna take a lot of charms to farm him down. So I keep my move with my Typhlosion in the back. And I'm just gonna stay in here, and he has an S-Cav in the back. We go for the Blast Burn. Gonna KO him, and it's gonna be a good game as we can just farm down this Snorlax and we're gonna be fine here. You see, like, this team works so good, and especially like Snarl Granbull. It actually impressed me how good this thing is. Here I always go for 2 moves and then swap out. The cool thing about Typhlosions is always if you have energy, because if you have energy in later matchups, you're gonna be able to flip so many matchups with that thing. So I always would try against an Obstagoon lead to go for 2 Incinerates and then swap out. Because if you catch a move, fine. If you don't catch a move, it's also fine. Like, there is literally nothing that really hurts you there. We see the Poison Fang coming through, we can farm down, and we catch the move perfectly on the Togekiss because we knew that he was laying on the swap out there. And we see the Swampert coming in. Against Swampert, especially because we got some moves in here, we're gonna be able to just farm him all the way down. We go for the Ancient Power for the boost chance, which would make this matchup a little bit easier. But he still has to get to 3 Hydro Cannon, and he has like 1, like basically at 5 HP or something. So yeah, he gets to 1 more, but this doesn't matter. We're still gonna have the Togekiss against this Obstagoon. We can go for the Ancient Power. He has to no-shield this to even have a chance. He does no-shield it, we get the boost. Bye. It is crazy sometimes. It is definitely crazy. The boosts were definitely on our side, like in 12 games, 2 boosts already. I think this were like the only 2 boosts that I got though, so I don't think it continues like this. Against Charizard, we can put him very low already, which is nice, and we can go for another Blast Burn now. We're just gonna let this go, and we can just swap out here. We got the shield, and my opponent overcharged too much, and because he, I guess, expected Charm or anything like this, we can go for the crunch in time. Now we have a shield advantage, and we have the Walrein out against our Granbull. We can take 1 move here. And my opponent makes a great swap there into the Obstagoon, but he's still gonna shield this, which is interesting. Because, yeah, we can just go for a close combat now. And we still have Walrein against the Togekiss, but Walrein is boosted. I tried to swap out there, didn't work out. And yeah, we're gonna go for another shield. We're gonna survive 1 Icicle Spear anyway, but we have to get to 1 move. I tried to swap out again, didn't work out. Go for the Ancient Power now. Does it KO? Does it put him into range? It doesn't KO him, but we catch the move here now on this thing. Are we able to KO him in time? And we survive just barely here with our Togekiss. We're gonna be able to KO him with 1 Charm, and this is gonna be a good game. We have Amag, also one of the worst possible Pokemon to deal with this team, especially since the Poison Jab buff before. Like when I played this team in Season 2-3, Poison Jab was actually like a bad move that no one played at all. So everybody played Snarl. Here we actually catch the Dark Pulse, which is nice, but also not nice because it goes into a Walrein. So pretty hard counter right now. But yeah, back in the day, everybody ran the Snarl anyway. And the Poison Jab was not boosted there yet, so nowadays Mug is a little bit more of a problem for this team, but I also played it like twice and didn't really have that big of a problem with it. And here, this is the first game I surrendered. Yeah, this was actually I think the second to last game, it was actually the last game I had with this team. But yeah, like it's like in the middle of the video right now, because it got randomized. And yeah, here my opponent Snorlax against me. I can go for their Spend 4. Against Snorlax I usually try to get both shields, which didn't work out here because I killed him directly and we killed him with this charm as well. We got the Walrein out again, but Snorlax is pretty decent against my backline as well, so I'm fine getting rid of this thing. My opponent goes back into the Traveler, we can go for the Flamethrower, and we're just gonna go into our Incinerate user, gonna incinerate him down, and we're gonna see what we're gonna have here. We're gonna get a Seed Bomb against us, we're gonna see the Walrein coming back in, and I'm just gonna let this go. Way safer play here. We're gonna actually still survive this, we can go for the Blast Burn. And you know, we have a Snarl Granbull in the back, and this Snarl Granbull gonna be able to KO this thing pretty easily. As, yeah, one close combat does, I don't know, 70% or something to a Walrein. I really enjoyed the Granbull, like Granbull was so much fun to play. This team in general was so much fun to play. I also wanted to play something with the Typhlosion, so this team was basically perfect. You know me, I'm not playing Double Charm. This is something that I know it's a good team always, but it's something that I never really showcase because it is good, but it's not fun to watch and it's not fun to play for me. So why the hell would I try hard that much that I play Double Charm? It's easy to play though. It's like something that a lot of people play who just don't really want to pay attention to the battles, which I can definitely see. And we're gonna see the Granbull against the Walrein again. We can go for 2 close combats. I actually make a mistake here, and I think it's a bigger one because we see Peter here, great for my opponent. And he goes for the Earthquake, which KOs me, and now I'm actually in such a bad spot. If I didn't if we would have survived an Earthquake anyway, like I shouldn't have thrown like this. And as soon as he went in there, I was like, okay, please don't have Gunk Shot. He doesn't have Gunk Shot, so we're gonna be able to win this game. But could have been way easier if I played it a little bit better. We're gonna see the Walrein coming in. And the Walrein doesn't like to take one of those moves here. I just wanna swap out. I don't actually know why I did this. Doesn't really make too much sense. I mean, this is an Icicle Spear as well. And he gets to another one in time, which is crazy. It's so spammy. And he's also gonna shield this Crunch. I remember this. I don't know how this game went though. He shields this one, he gets the defense drop. I'm gonna let this go, and I think I'm just farming with my Typhlosion. Typhlosion is nearly good against everything with this charge moves. I know this is just an Icicle Spear, so it doesn't really matter. And he goes into an Obstagoon. I'm just gonna swap out, catch the move perfectly. And Night Slash does nothing, he goes into Trevenant, and I think I'm pretty much fine here. I can just shield, and the thing here right now, I either get his shield here or KO this thing, and I definitely get the shield because yeah, he has to keep this alive to KO my Togekiss, which just still didn't work out, and he has to surrender right now. Like, so many Obstagoon right now in the meta, which is so good for this team. Walrein lead, you're just gonna go for one Blast Burn, then swap out in my opinion, I think I do that. Do I stay in here? I stay in here actually. Okay, maybe for 2 because I can get to the next move faster. Goes for Earthquake, which is really good. And he goes into a Crobat, which is even better for me. Because now I can just take a move. I know that this is just the Poison Fang. I got the extra move through as well. And bye-bye Crobat. And this is the hardest counter to basically my backline. So goodbye there. And we see the Walrein coming in again. We can go still for a Blast Burner, but I'm just gonna let this go. He is in range for 1 close combat now, and 1 shield Togekiss is a little bit better than basically no shield Togekiss and this thing. But my opponent makes a crazy good swap into the Sylveon, which most likely gonna cost me the game now because there's not a lot that I can do there. The swap really saved him there. I'm gonna go for the move and he can farm me all the way down. I was like, no. I actually, yeah, I had this game so safe, but there's nothing I can do here. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. Hope it's Icicle Spear it is, and we actually gonna be able to get to the move with a 1 HP in a Dream. Good game, opponent. Into the last battle. This should be a loss. Spoiler here, if I say there are 2 losses in there. This should be a loss. We actually have a really decent lead. I don't know how I messed this up. Most likely he baits me twice, which is actually then a little bit of a problem against the Trevenant. We have to see. We're gonna go for one Blast Burn. This Blast Burn gonna be able to get the last shield. I tried to swap Owl. It's a Seed Bomb. Does he get to a Shadow Ball? Actually, he doesn't. He goes into the Swampert while I also go there, and I guess no, that was actually fine. He goes for the Earthquake. I tried to go for my move. And the thing is, I had 2 moves stored. Would have been easy KO against the Swampert. Yeah, I guess he got an extra move in there, which I didn't see, and also I tried to CMP actually on their move before, so kinda annoying. And this game is basically over at this point because he catches perfectly. I had to throw anyway because he had energy on this thing, and like right now there's nothing I can do. Well played by my opponent. It was kind of annoying that he won because he got 1 extra quick move through, which is a little bit annoying, but thanks all for watching. This team is really good still. I had a lot of fun playing with this. See you in the next video and have a great rest of your day.